my first time coming live 2026, and I have an important guest. Most of you remember an ex local government chairman who was impeached, and he challenged the impeachment for being unjust because he believed he was not supposed to. Okay, for context, it was the local government chairman in Ogun State who questioned that allocations were not trickling down to local government for them to be able to work. That we don't have what to work with. How do we work? We're just there. We just come to office and go back home. So, and then the next thing that happened to him was they arranged his impeachment. We didn't hear from him for a lot of time because the only other video we saw on the social media was other local government chairman who were his colleagues going to beg the governor. That's like we know in Nigeria these days, every state has an emperor. Went to beg the emperor. If you remember that song, sorry, it was not. It was Ewule Fagba. That was a song. If you remember that song, they were singing it because of this man. He's my guest today. You're welcome. Good evening. I greet you, Mr. Wale Adedayo. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine. But that your context is not fully.
No, sorry,
that your context. No, sorry, okay. Happy New Year, but that your context is not fully correct. You know, initially, the secretary to the state government, Mr. Tokumbo Talabi, he wrote a petition to the DSS in Abeokuta. I was invited and I was detained for 3 days. I was released on the 4th day. After the DSS released me, the police came to my hometown in Ijebu to pick me up again. I spent a day at on the state police headquarters. The following day, I was charged in court because they claimed I was lying, that they were releasing money to the local government. In their allegation, I was lying. It was on that basis I was charged to the Chief Magistrate Court in Abeokuta, and that case is still pending. In fact, from that court, we were put in perfect bail condition that day. I had to be sent to the prison. I was in Abeokuta prison for 3 days. I spent 3 days in Abeokuta prison, and that matter is still on now. At some point, Chief Babalola Chambers in Ibadan was brought in as the prosecutor to come and because they said they don't believe in that the police will not do a proper prosecution. So they went to Ibadan to get Chief Babalola to come and be the prosecutor in my case. Yeah, from Ibadan. They brought Chief Babalola SAN. His Chambers was the one handling the prosecution. Though somewhere along the line too, Chief Babalola's chamber withdrew from bringing because I think they came about 3 or 4 times. They kept adjourning the matter, but the matter is still in court up to now. I'm being treated as a criminal for saying that. I don't know. But the ball is in the court of Nigerians.
Nigerians. That's correct. Yeah. So, but before we proceed, what was the reason after Babala's chamber site for withdrawing from your prosecution?
I don't know. Lawyers will have their reasons. So I'm not a lawyer. I'm a journalist. So I don't know. That's the honest truth. I don't know.
Okay, let's start with how you became a local government chairman in Ogun State, because a lot of people know that with this present political atmosphere, you can't just become. Were you unpicked like others were unpicked and given tickets? You go and become.
How
did you become?
I would neither say yes or no, because the process of my becoming a candidate was serious, it was tough, it was difficult. I think at the primary I came second or third. I think I came second or third. So no, I came second. The first person was disqualified. Instead of picking me, the third person was picked. Then later they dropped that one to come and pick me again. Because the governor was adamant that no, Wale Adedayo cannot be. Maybe he saw what was going to happen. I don't know. he was adamant that no, no, no. But I think there were a lot of pressures on him from here and there. Eventually, I was declared as the candidate. So that's what happened. That's what happened.
What happened to the first? You were not the first. They picked the third
No, no, no. I
before
was
it
not the
passed into
first
you.
person. I came
What
second.
happened to the first?
He was disqualified for whatever reason. I don't know. Party democracy get as it be. I don't know. He was disqualified and
Okay,
they picked the person
that
who came third.
okay. Whatever with the party. Now that you
Hello?
became,
Huh?
you then to start
I
questioning
can't hear you.
that. Yeah, sorry, network issue. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you
you hear
now.
me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, apologies. It was network issue. So party problems whatsoever. You then became chairman. So after becoming chairman,
Yeah, yeah.
so after becoming chairman, what then gave you the lever impetus to say let me go and challenge that allocations are not trickling
But
down? Like other colleagues,
it's not a question of liver now.
everybody kept quiet. Waiting you chop, like which lever?
No, it's not a question of liver now. You need to check my background. Well, it's not many years ago. As at 1996, I was the chairman of the Nigeria Union of Journalists at the Guardian newspaper. That's
Hmm.
1996. And in that
Okay.
position, I was a member of the Lagos State ESCO of the NUJ.
Okay.
So if I've been that since that time, and meanwhile, this is not, I believe this is not negative for me, but I was sacked by the Guardian newspaper at the time. We were fighting
For
for
what reason?
welfare of staff. I
It's
was sacked
always
by the
it's that
Guardian.
that's normal. Once you are a unionist, anything is expected. So
So
uh,
my background as a journalist um, is a major contributing factor to who I am today. We are the
hmm.
ones who always criticize those in government that they are not doing well. I'll not get into governments and you want me to be behaving like them. That means I've been a hypocrite all my life. I've been a journalist for more than 30 years now. So I can't get into governments and be behaving the way they are behaving. No, I'll never do that. I
Hmm.
have to stay the course. If you believe in something, you follow it. It's not a question of having liver or not having liver now. I've been a journalist all my life. So how can I get into government and behave otherwise? I can't be there and be joining
Ah,
them. Is there when you behave like Romans? No, not for people like me with my background. That's not possible.
oh, I see. Now
That's not
why I
possible.
now see.
It's
Sir,
not
but you are
possible.
not the first journalist to go into. You are not the first journalist to go into politics,
And
especially into
look at the
APC,
back. Awolowo was a journalist.
and
Nnamdi Azikiwe was
others.
a journalist. Chivolusegun Oshaba was a journalist. You need to look at their
They
background.
found most of them headed the party. You are not heading the party. You are the
But
bottom of the party.
it doesn't matter. You need to look at where they started from. If they did not behave well, if they did not do what their people want, they won't get to where they are. It's not as if as soon as they entered, they became the leader of their party. No. Awola was in prison. When I was in Abeokuta prison, for one day, the prisoners there, they treated me like a king from the one when I entered. I can't be telling you what they did for me there. I didn't suffer any kind of maltreatment in Abeokuta prison. Those boys, in fact, I'm just praying to God that God should treat me well. I have to go back there. For the 3 days I spent there, it's like I was in a hotel. They took care of me. They did everything to make the place comfortable for me. The prisoners there, you would think you were in a political rally when I entered. You know, my nickname is Babalao. Everywhere you just be hearing Babalao, Babalao, Babalao. They were shouting. In fact, the wardens, they thought there was going to be a riot. It was not a riot. They carried me shoulder high. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect again? I was very, very happy there, and that's the honest truth. Those
For
guys, they really treated me well.
for for many people who don't know the local government you represent, actually, let them know which local government in Ogun State actually.
No, it's Ijebu is local government. Ijebu is local government. You have to pass through
Ah,
my local government if you are going to the south, south, or the east. we form our boundaries with Ondo State. We are the last local government before you get into Ondo State. And if you are coming
That's
from
right.
Lagos as well, I think we share water boundary too with Lagos State. We share border boundary with
I know
Lagos
that
State too.
part. Is
But
that not the
on
part
land,
that
we
has
share boundary with
ODOB
Ondo State. Huh? By water,
network?
my local government to Ekpe is about 5 minutes. If you are going on the water, it's 5 minutes to Ekpe from my local government. As Ekpe in Lagos State.
I'm having difficult time with the network.
I can
God
hear you.
help
I can
us.
hear you.
Hello, can you? Okay, I
I
didn't
can
hear the
hear
last
you.
part. You said
I, my local government, Ijebu East local government, borders Ondo State. But on water, we border Lagos State as well. From my local government to Ekpe by water is about 5 minutes by boat. We are going by boat.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can
That's
hit,
why I'm asking
you
if it
can hit
is
like,
the.
hello?
So I'm asking if it's yeah. Do you know Odeomi along the coast, along the
Yeah,
water
Odomi
side?
is in waterside. That's the next local government to us. Odomi,
Okay, okay,
yeah, that's
okay.
Ogun
I just wanted to
waterside.
be
That's
sure.
up the road. Odomi is in another local government. It's
Okay,
very close to us too.
okay. Like
Yeah.
behind towards the water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, yes. Oh, good. So, sir, kindly tell us what were the things you wanted to do and what were the allocations you were expecting that did not come?
No, the thing is that to me, if Nigeria is to develop, the local government system must work. If the local government system does not work, then
Definitely.
nothing, absolutely nothing can happen in Nigeria. You know, we are the very, very
Mm,
lowest level of the system of administration. You have the federal, you have the state, then you have the local government. The thing is, primary
mm,
schools is under local government. Primary schools is under local
mm,
government.
mm,
If you are talking about potable water for ordinary people, with the local government that is primarily responsible from that for that. Then primary health care, in case people at the grassroots are sick, is under local government. Then all these rural roads, they are under local government. If the schools are
mm,
good, the health centers are good. It's not just in terms of structure
mm,
alone, but let drugs be there,
mm,
let quality staff be there, let the environment be okay. And then you have potable water.
mm.
You know, in this day and age, it's a disgrace that people still go to the stream to fetch water. In fact, I don't know, because
It's
sometimes I tell my people that
oh
people should be
shit.
cursing those who are in government. In the 50s, I will over did pipe-borne water in this place, for God's sake. And today we are still talking
As
about
far back as
boreholes, people going
50s.
to, yes, for God's sake, this is 2026, and we are still glorifying boreholes all over the place. It doesn't make sense. So the primary schools ought to be working, the primary health care centers ought to be working. Then there should be water for our people. How can it be that in this day and age we are still using cutlasses and hoes to do farming? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Then for people to get to their farms, even on motorbike, which you call Okada, they can hardly get there because the roads are bad. They are not asking for tarred roads. Just grade the roads for them so that there won't be potholes. The roads will be free for them to go to and fro, so that they can bring farm produce to the market. Market people too can go and buy. If that should happen, then you are boosting the local economy. All this one that there is no money, there's no this, there's no that. There's a lot of things in the farm deep inside the forest. But how do they bring them out? My local government is the largest local government in Ogun State. We
Hmm.
have the largest land mass. And there are a lot of farms
Are
here.
you
We
sure?
plant a lot of things.
What about
Yeah.
A4?
Ijebu is, no, go and check. You can Google it. Ijebu
Oh,
is the
that's true.
largest
That's
local
true.
government in Ogun State.
That's true. Along that road
It's
towards
the largest
Ondo
local
or
government in Ogun
yeah,
State. No local
yeah.
government is as
That's
big
true.
as this local government. We
In
have a
terms of
lot of
landmass,
arable land
yes.
and the people are farming. There's no support for them. They're not begging you for money. They don't need your money. They can make money on their own. But just do the roads, let there be water, try for electricity. That's all they are asking for. And the money to do this things come primarily from federal allocation. And somebody is holding it there, is not allowing it to come down. So how do we survive? Meanwhile, all that blame will be going to Mr. President. And that's why I'm angry too with Mr. President, that he's just been talking, he has not taken any action about this thing. He has not taken any action about it. And it's not right. The people are going through hell, they are going through a lot of difficulties. So there should be sanctions against governors.
What specific action would you like the Mr. President to take? Because he already made sure that local government autonomy, financial autonomy, is granted.
No, see, my brother, it is very simple. Even before the Supreme Court judgment, there were things the president could have done. Any governor who takes local government money has already committed a criminal offense. Even before the Supreme Court judgment, is a criminal offense. EFCC should just be sent to them and go check the books, go check the account. How much goes to each local government? Which account does that money go to? What did you do with this? What did you do with that? Yes. If you pack 3-4 governors into prison, the others will sit up, they will behave. And things will shape up. That's just it. So there should be sanctions for.
Are you saying as of the time you were still there before your now called unjust impeachment, are you saying allocations weren't at all coming to you? What were you receiving at all?
At all. Not one dime, not 1 naira. That's what I'm saying. And that's a criminal offense. It's not a question. I'm not bothered about the Supreme Court judgment. I'm telling you, I'm not bothered about Supreme Court judgment. The thing is, if you dip your hand in the till and take local government money, automatically you have committed a criminal offense. Fine, they say governors they have immunity and so on. The House of Assembly should just remove such governors and then they go and face their jail term. End of story. It's in our laws now, it's in our statute books. You don't tamper with local government allocation. We don't need the Supreme Court to tell us that the laws are there already. The EFCC just needs to be instructed, look, go and do your job. End of story. So the governors who are involved, then they will stop. Because when 2 or 3 of their colleagues are in prison already, they've been removed, they are in prison, the others will sit up. They will not do it again. That is what the president should do. We need some of these governors to go to jail. Once they go to jail, at the end of story, this will stop. It's not a question of taking the allocation directly from, because if you give directly from Abuja, like you said at the beginning of this program, not all the chairmen will have the spine to stand up to their governors. If you send it to their accounts, they now call that, look, send so and so amount back to the state capital or send this to so and so account. They will do it.
Is that what they are
doing?
You
understand? No, it will happen. You don't understand? It will happen. Not everybody has the same spirit.
But as of the time you were still there, how was it happening? Were they releasing it at all and asking you to send back?
I'm telling you now, not one dime come to us. That's what I'm telling you. And I'm sure the same thing is still happening now.
But what about salary? Was your salary at least coming? At least salary.
You don't understand. We are the ones that are supposed to manage our salaries ourselves, both for the political appointees, elected politicians, and civil servants. But I've never seen any salary ledger, what do you call it, for the period I spent in that office. Salary is paid directly from Abeokuta for those who are holding political offices and for the civil servants.
Okay, so that we don't.
That's what I'm telling you. It was coming from Abeokuta. And that's not supposed to happen. It's the local government that you handle his own salary.
They were deciding it's not supposed to be for you.
Yes. They pay directly, they pay the salaries directly. Even allowances and so on, they pay directly from Abeokuta. And that's not how it should be. That's not the way Nigeria is structured. Each local government should handle its own affairs. That's the way it is. So any governors who go outside of that line, then is ready to go to jail. That's just it. So that is the sanction that Mr. President should prepare for them. Let 2 or 3 of them go to jail. End of story. Others will sit up. But if he doesn't do that, we'll still be talking about the same thing in the next 10 years. After 2 or 3 of the governors have to go to jail.
You know, after your impeachment, what we saw was your colleagues who were still in office went to sing and beg the governor. Agbani, Gbani, Agbani, Gbani. Did you send them to beg for you? Or what was that scenario drama about?
You don't understand. That's precisely what I was telling you earlier. Not all of us have the same background. I don't
No,
blame
that's
them. I'm not angry with
particular.
them at
I'm
all.
talking. Do you know
I
about it
understand.
or you didn't know?
I understand what you are talking about. When they were going to do it, I was there at a meeting when they called them that they should come. And I told them what was going to happen, that they should not go. If they go, this is what is going to happen to you. But they didn't listen because they were scared of being removed from office. I'm a journalist. You
So
remove
you,
me from office,
so
I
you,
go back to my profession. End of story.
so you, so in other words, you did not send them to beg for you. Simple.
Why,
That's all I wanted to hear. Or you know about.
why should I send them? I didn't send anybody to
Good.
do that. No,
That's the answer.
no, I didn't.
That's the answer.
I didn't. I didn't.
That's the answer.
I didn't at all.
So, the Supreme Court judgment declaring your impeachment as unjust came after expiry of your own tenure. What's your reaction to that? Like it came way after, so it's not even
No,
reinstating you.
no matter the time it took to come, I always tell colleagues and young people that Nigeria is still a young democracy. It's part of the process of strengthening our democracy that people should not take the law into their hands. You understand? That we should always follow the
Mm.
judicial process. If you are wrong, go to court. As some people say, they don't believe in court, blah, blah, blah. Not everybody will be corrupt. Not everybody will be scared of those. It's a state high court now, not federal high court. It's Ogun State High Court. And the judgment came. So I thank
Mm.
God for that. And it's part, like I said, it's part of my belief that we need to be testing all these things. You understand? So that it will strengthen our democracy. That means that our democracy is working, our democracy is good, we are growing. And with time, by the grace of God, we'll get to the level of the developed nations. People just need to have faith and be patient. Faith and patience, that is a major thing in this our young democracy. Our democracy is still young. We'll be having all these kind of challenges. And that's why I said, if the president could do his own job properly by instructing the federal attorney general to take care of the agencies under him, this things will work. I'm telling you. He doesn't need to be making all the threats he's making all the time. He doesn't need it. Let the EFCC do his job. ICPC, let them do their job. The governors will sit up. That's just it. They will sit up. But those ones are not
Mm.
doing their jobs right now. They are not doing their job. If the EFCC
They are
should do
not
his
doing that
job, we will be talking about Supreme Court's decision now.
because we believe our democracy is still young. How young should a democracy still be? Like how long more will our democracy expectedly mature? But anyways, I leave that. What is the next thing for you now? What's like? Are you going to contest again? The tenure already expired before the court now gave judgments. What do you want to do next? What is next now?
Right
Yeah,
now, I'm focused.
you now have court victory. You have court victory now. Okay, good.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Right now,
But the tenure already expired before they gave you victory. You
yeah.
can't go back.
Yeah,
So
that's what
what
the
is
court said.
next?
Yeah. Right now, what I'm focused on is my newspaper. My children have been taking care of it since I've been involved in politics. I'm back now, so I'm trying to put it back in shape. My newspaper is
What's the
called
name of the
Uhuru Times.
paper?
Uhuru Times.
Uhuru.
UHURU.
Okay.
Yes, Uhuru
Okay.
Times. Yeah. So uhurutimes.com, that's the website. And I'm trying to put it back in proper. The kids have really tried with it, but I'm trying to put it back in
What
proper shape. Of course, come
what is
2027,
Uhuru?
by the grace of God, if God allows, I'm going to contest again by the grace
Let
of
us
God.
in let us into the mental space. What is Uhuru?
Uhuru is
Let
a
us
Swahili word for freedom.
okay.
Uhuru means freedom in Swahili. That's the language, major language spoken in East Africa, especially Kenya. It means
That means
freedom.
freedom times.
Yeah, freedom time,
Freedom
something like that.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So
Yeah.
you are saying possibly you may contest again. As is it still local government or you scale it higher?
It should be higher, but the thing is that depends on what God says. Is in the hands of God and the people who are here. In whatever way, in whatever capacity they want me to serve them, I'll be ready. I'll be ready. That's
So,
just it.
but
But by
what
the
are you
grace of God,
saying?
I think
What are they saying
something
now?
will happen.
2027 is
No,
just they've already started politicking. Are you still in APC? By
yes.
the way.
Yeah, I'm in APC, All Progressive Congress. I just did my registration, my e-registration yesterday. I did my e-registration yesterday. I'm still in APC.
Okay. Okay. You're not considering
No,
there's
no, no,
EDC
no. I'm
now.
not going to another
Uh,
party. No, no. I'm in APC. I'm in APC.
there's LUPO and there's EDC now.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm in ADC. I'm in APC. I'm in APC, All Progressive Congress. I'm in APC. Yeah, I'm in APC. I'm in
Okay, so we'll continue to follow up anyways. I just wanted to
No
have a
problem.
chat
No
with you
problem.
after that your court victory, and I wanted people to have a flavor of you and to familiarize and know you better. Mr.
No
Wale
problem.
Adedayo is actually a maverick politician. He's somebody who believes so much in independent thinking, thought, position, alignment, and not
Every
being
journalist should be like
god,
that.
not being godfathered.
It should be, I mean, you cannot belong to a group or political party, but you should have your own free mind. As a journalist, you must never be a yes sir person. Your brain must be working. You must have your brain. Should a person to help you write story as a journalist? You have to write your own story yourself now. So how can you be given an assignment and you not be able to do it? You are waiting for somebody to come and do your assignment for you. You go into your newsroom now. There is no computer, nothing for you to write, and you are calling yourself a journalist. How will stories come out the following day? So you can't ask me to go and be local government chairman. You are not allowing allocation to come to me. That means you don't want me to work.
Yeah, but
So that's just it.
they are journalists and they are
Huh?
journalists. They are copy and paste journalists too.
It's normal everywhere
They
in
call
life. You
they call many of
you
them
have
bloggers these
those
days.
you have those who are not. I won't say they are not human beings. But maybe they are second class or third class human beings. It's normal in life. It's part of life. It's part of life. But if you are a normal human being, you will want to work. You want to render service. How can you be called for service and you just go there and sit down, be collecting salary, be collecting security goods, be collecting allowance for doing nothing? For me, I believe
I,
that the day I die, one of the first questions my ancestors will ask from me is, what is it that I did when I was alive for their people? One of the first questions they will ask me. So I'm very, very conscious of that. I'm very, very conscious of that. It's not a question of going to church or mosque. I call myself a Yoruba Muslim. The day I die, it is my ancestors I meet, and they are going to ask me questions. How did you leave the place that you are coming from? What did you do for our people? Those are the questions they are going to ask me. So how will I answer them if I didn't do anything for the people? I won't have any answer for them now. And that's the biggest fear I have in my life. We must leave this place better than we met it.
do you know some
That's
people
just it.
will ask? Some people will answer. I enjoyed myself. I had fun.
They will say what?
Some people will
Some people will
answer.
say
I
what?
had fun. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. I
No, no,
enjoyed my
no, no, no,
life.
no. No, no,
Not
no,
for
no, no.
you. I'm
That's
not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not saying
I
you.
understand. I understand, but that is
Uh-huh.
not what life is about. Life is about service. Life is about service. You need to serve because it is you that God will use to make the lives of other people better. God did not
All right.
come down to come and help the people.
Thank you very much, Honorable Wale Adedayo.
Thank
He has
you.
just given us something to part
Thank you, my
with,
brother. God bless
literally,
you.
which is that you must live life better, way better than you met it, and that is by service.
Exactly.
Thank you so
Exactly.
much for coming on the live show. We'll continue to follow up and we'll bring more shows for people to
Thank you.
liberate themselves, minds, spiritually, and in every way. Happy weekend.
Thank